Good morning and welcome to Wellness Wednesday mornings with Luann and Tim. Thank you so much to KC Security. Now, you know, if you're a regular viewer, that my Tim has been working on a theme for jingles for us, KC Security. Well, our camera person, Audrey, has come up with a cheer.
What do you mean? Wait.
Yeah, listen, this is good. This is good. Give me a K. Give me a C.
C.
Give me security.
Give me a K. Give me a C. Give me security.
And then she was showing me the cheer that she wanted to, and her leg went out like that, and it doesn't go that way. So now she's like,
she pulled a groin.
She pulled a groin muscle.
Well, that serves you right for competing with me for writing jingles.
Right?
You stay behind the camera where you belong, young lady. That's a good one, though. Give me a K. Know that, Audrey?
Isn't that cute?
Now we need to spell it out. Like, give me, you know, like YMCA.
Oh. YMCA. Give me you do the K part.
Give me
the C part.
Give me a. That didn't look right. That looked like London Bridge is falling down. Thanks to KC Security.
Huge thank you.
I have a shout out. Bailey Jean Collar's having a birthday.
Bailey, happy birthday.
Bailey's 10 years old.
Oh my gosh, already.
Bailey watches our show every morning before she goes to school. I don't know if she's watching us because it's summertime, but hi Bailey and happy 10th birthday.
I'm sorry, Kevin's your dad. No, Kevin's a lovely guy. He works with us.
Kidding, Kevin.
Yes, absolutely.
Kevin Collar is our master controller,
happy birthday,
and it's his daughter Bailey's birthday, and so there's a shout out to our fan Bailey.
Yay! We have another huge fan.
Who?
Jay.
Jay.
The name starts with J. You were telling me the story this morning, and you said, "Wait till you hear about
Jesus."
Yes.
I don't have Jesus. Do I have Jesus' picture yet? Okay.
Yes.
I don't have the whole. Okay. I don't have the whole. So there's an alfresco painting. Don't put it up yet, Michael. There's an alfresco painting of Jesus. Is it called alfresco? No, fresco. Yeah. Not al fresco. Al fresco is when you dine outside.
Oh, right. Picnic.
But a fresco.
There's a picnic of Jesus.
Is it Jesus? Okay, what happened was I was on Twitter this morning and I saw trending in Canada. Jesus. I thought, I wonder why Jesus is trending in Canada.
As he should, every single day.
And so I clicked, and here's why Jesus is trending. There is a very famous Spanish fresco painting of Jesus. Now, fresco means it was painted outside, right?
Yes,
I think
like on a mural.
On a mural kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So there's the original painting, but over time, as what happens with fresco paintings, it became deteriorated. And so
I know the feeling.
She's well weathered. So a lady, I don't know how she managed to get permission to do it, but she's a painter, and she took it upon herself to restore this famous Spanish fresco of our Savior Jesus Christ. Michael, did you want to bring the image up about?
This will be good.
Okay.
Oh my! Oh my word!
So there's the original on the left. That's what happened to it over time, and then
it looks like a monkey.
She turned Jesus into a monkey. So she just smeared his face on. Can you
honestly? He looks like he's got a bad wig, and he looks like a monkey.
Historians are freaking out.
Like, how would you not get a reference for this girl? Okay, let me just see your last drawing first, honey.
Oh my gosh, poor. And
that's horrible.
And Jesus wept.
And I don't blame him. That's hideous.
Honestly.
Somebody should sue her.
I mean,
because now she can't take it back because it's already been refurbished. So she can't refurbish the refurbished.
No, you can't. I mean,
right?
and if you see it close up, it's like it was just all his whole face is like smeared. It's awful. Poor Jesus.
Holy Jesus, poor guy.
Holy Jesus in a fresco. Tell me a story.
Let's see it close up, Michael.
Oh, can you see?
Look at like, honest to goodness, it looks like he's made of wax and he's too close to the sun.
Now, if someone told me that was, who was the artist who did crazy paintings like that?
Abstract Man.
Abstract Man.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe she could just claim that that's a painting by Abstract Man.
Oh, that's
who was
horrible.
That guy that did that? Who did
and like I said, it looks like he's a monkey because he's got the hair like right around. There's no deviation to show.
That's what happens if I don't. That's what happened to me with my eyebrows.
Oh,
my eyebrows connect in the middle and then they join up to my sideburns. So if I let my eyebrows and the beard go, and I have a whole circle of hair around my face.
Oh, you know what happens to me? My mustache does that. Grows right into my beard. Yeah, if I don't, I got to stay on it every day. Gotta do it.
When I come in the morning, Luann gives me a hug and a kiss, and I get razor burn from her. Okay, now, do you know the last time anybody was hung in Sault Ste. Marie? Like,
Pardon?
Well, I'm just in the jail in Sault Ste. Marie.
Somebody you know personally?
No, but we used to hang people in the jail. Do you know
Yes,
that, right? Okay,
yes.
so I think the last one was like late 1950s was the last time somebody.
Oh, that recently.
I think so.
E.
In the United States, the last public hanging, meaning outside.
Yes.
On this date in 1936 was the last. They kept on hanging people, but just not out in the town square. The last one was held. There were they're not quite sure if it was 10,000, between 10,000 and 20,000 people gathered in Owensboro, Kentucky, to watch the last man be hanged. Now, they didn't know at the time he was the last man. He was a young black man. His name was Rainey Bethea. He was found guilty of raping and murdering a 70-year-old wealthy widow. His ring was found in her room. He admitted to it. There was no question that this young man was guilty. If they had charged him with murder or robbery, he'd be sentenced to death. He would have been hung in a penitentiary. Rape came with public hanging. So they chose to charge him with rape, not murder, because they wanted to hang him in public.
Ew.
There was a new sheriff in town. Her name was Florence Thompson, a female sheriff. Her husband had died 3 months earlier, and she'd taken over the role. Rules would dictate that Florence was supposed to pull and hang him. She would have been the first female executioner in U.S. history if that had happened. She couldn't do it. She said she publicly announced that this repelled her. So she was allowed to hire a retired police officer, Arthur Hash, I think was his name. Okay, so they get to the 10,000 people in the square, and they're going to hang this guy. Arthur Hash was drunk.
Oh, gosh.
So they actually had to yell, "Do it now!" to pull and hang. And 2 years later, that was it. It was a carnival of sadism, is the way that it was put in the press. 10,000 people all gathered to watch him be hung. Can you imagine, Luann?
You know what? What is wrong with a community that needs to go and watch something like that?
They wanted vengeance against this man because he had murdered and raped a friend of somebody in the community.
Well,
but there's not 10,000. I don't believe there were 20,000 people in Owensboro, Kentucky. People probably came from all over. Absolutely. National press coverage.
But you know what? The point is, my point is.
What's your point?
You know, he's guilty. He confessed, all of the above. The lady did not come back to life. The lady was not unraped. So making
what good did it
a
do?
spectacle of
spectacle.
it, you know, I just, but I have a certain view on capital punishment as well. People
you don't believe in it?
I really don't.
Neither do I.
My perspective, but aside from whether you agree with executions or not, it's weird to me that you would want to go and see somebody get killed.
You should see the picture of the people. Like, people are standing on posts and hanging from things to see.
Like,
oh well,
you murdered somebody, I'm murdering you.
But you know, let's look at it. It's exactly that part of human nature that things like reality television and stuff play into. They play into the spectacle.
It's like a mob.
They
right?
go. That's what they know what they're doing when they stage these kinds of things.
Was there takeout pizza at that point in history?
Oh, why?
Would have been huge profit there. You know, 10,000 people
selling
watching
pizza at a public hanging. Oh my gosh, Luann.
You never know.
In 1756, Daniel Boone, I didn't even really know that he was a real guy.
Yeah.
Who was I thinking of?
Davy Crockett?
Maybe so. Was he real? Davy. Anyway, Crockett. Daniel Boone married Rebecca Bryan. He was 21, she was 17. Now, see, interesting. This is exactly something that Epstein talked about in an interview with somebody from the New York Times, saying society is the one that changed the fact that men can't go with younger women.
Absolutely.
When, you know, there was a time when this was okay. So his whole point was, when did it shift that older guys can't hang out with younger girls?
Well, you know what, Epstein, everybody else knows when it changed. How come you don't?
He does now, he's dead. Our time is up already. You didn't get to say anything.
Oh, how unusual. Please stay tuned. We have more coming up on the show.
I'm doing whatever it takes, stopping and nothing, I'm up in your face, shaking taking it all, no matter the cost. I'm feeling the wind, I'm taking it all. I'm paving the way with the sweat and the blood. I'm at the top, rising above. I want the gold, give me the rush. Queen Midas, I got the touch. I'm pushing, I'm pushing, I'm pushing. 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 I'm pushing, I'm pushing, I'm pushing.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. This is my first time really sitting down and talking to Kristen Trembinski. I see you all over the city. I see your face, Exit Realty.
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't know, Kristen, was the success you've had with Exit. Holy smokes.
Well, thank
Tell
you.
me a little bit about what you've done with your business, how you started and where you are now.
Well, we started, the franchise came to Sault Ste. Marie in 2000. My father brought it here to the Soo.
Okay.
And he ran it until 2012 very successfully, and then I took it over in 2012.
Is your father still, is he retired or is
He's retired.
He is now, okay.
Yeah, he's just taking it easy and enjoying life.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So you took it over in 2012.
Yeah, alongside my brother.
Yes.
Rob, and then so we ran it from 2012 to 2017, and then now I've got a new partner, Jamie Coccimelio, who's been with us since the inception.
You're partnered with Jamie.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a great smile.
He does.
Oh my gosh. You drive along the street and you see Jamie Coccimelio smile, and you're like, you just smile along with him.
Yeah.
So you guys are partners.
So yeah, that's been since 2017.
Okay, now, I didn't realize that you also you're like a regional owner. So can you explain what that means?
So we've built up the brokerage here in the Soo, and we're at 36 agents now.
You have 36 agents at Exit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we've done a great job here. And so a couple of years ago, I purchased the regional rights to the territory of Northern Ontario. So that actually stretches from the Manitoba border, basically all the way to Barrie. So
Shut up! That's amazing.
So we have an office just outside of Barrie and Midhurst, and then we have one in Stayner, which is just outside of Collingwood, and we're looking to build up the whole territory with
Exit's making an entrance across the province. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
You must be so excited.
It is very exciting. Yeah.
You said you were just down in Collingwood recently, looking for maybe purchasing a place down there for yourself when you go down to work, right?
Well, we think it's a great place to invest.
Right.
It's very up and coming, and we're going to be spending some time down there. But
I hear that the market
prices are crazy.
Crazy because all the Torontonians now they've reached the Collingwood area.
Yeah, they love it
They've spread
there.
out.
Yeah.
And they keep going north and north because they've run out of other things to buy.
Yeah.
So they're at Collingwood and the prices are going up.
Yeah.
Now, what about here in Sault Ste. Marie? How's our market doing?
Our market's doing fabulously.
It is?
We're at a high, basically compared to where we were at in like 2012. So we're experiencing
really the best it's been since then. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So we're experiencing a lot of competing offers. So it's a little tricky for buyers right now. Because I mean, inventory's at a good level. It's stable, but at the same time, anything that lines up, price, location, and condition, they're selling really, really quickly.
Price, location, condition. These are the three things that people are really looking for when they're buying. Okay, so it's got to be within their budget. It's got to be in a neighborhood
and
they
priced
want.
properly.
Priced properly. And then in a neighborhood that they want.
Yeah.
And also not going to require something that's not going to require a whole lot of work to move into.
Yeah.
I know, like my house, when I bought my house, it was move-in ready, but I didn't want to live in a little 2-bedroom eat-in kitchen home for a middle-income family of husband, wife, child. I had to, spruce it up a little bit. So I took a bedroom out, made the living room, dining room bigger. I put my bedroom in the basement and put walk-in closets and stuff. Yeah. My nephew, I think I told you the story before we went to air. My nephew was in real estate at one time, and he kind of gave me a heads up. He said, Uncle Tim, you're getting to the point where you're putting money into this house you may not get back if you're going to looking at reselling, because you're really individualizing this home to your taste.
Yeah.
You're changing the layout, the plan of it.
Yeah.
So at some point you got to realize this is for you and not for resale. That's pretty true, right?
Yeah, there's definitely certain neighborhoods, well, all neighborhoods really have like a cap.
A cap.
Where you shouldn't exceed a certain level at the time in the market, for sure.
Yeah. I have a question about, do you have an idea of what the square footage average is now if you're building new? I thought it was at one time it was around $200 a square foot to build a new home. This confused me because right behind my house there was a lot that went up for sale, and the people got it at a really fire sale price, but they weren't going to build on it. They were buying it as an investment.
Yeah.
Problem is, for the neighborhood, they're asking like $29,000 for a serviced lot. But if you're looking at putting say 1,000 square foot house, that's $200,000 you're spending to build the house plus the price of the lot. In that neighborhood, you're never going to get $250,000 for a home. So,
the square foot prices, that's really difficult because it depends on the builder, it depends on the finishings.
Okay.
There's all kinds of factors, but it's far above $200.
It is. So you got to be careful if you're looking at investment properties of what the cap is in that neighborhood.
Yeah, building is expensive.
What about, now you said you've got 36 people working with you, 36 agents.
36 sales reps between brokers and sales reps,
I asked you also, what about, do you help, if I were to sign with you and I have a house that's for sale, will you help me with things like curb appeal, with staging? Do you have anybody on staff that does that stuff? Because I love that kind of stuff.
We do. We have somebody on the team who does specifically staging.
Really?
Well, we have a few of them actually who are great at that.
Wow.
So I like to offload that onto them because it's so much easier for them to sit with the client and say, you need to do this, 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 and this. And they do it in a really nice way.
Right.
And we just hired a full-time brand manager / videographer, photographer.
Brand manager.
Yeah, so we're very excited to bring him on board. He starts on Monday. Yeah. But he's been doing work for us for the last number of years.
Like contract kind of stuff. So now you brought him on.
He's full-time.
Videographer too. So are you talking about virtual tours, that kind of thing?
So he's going to do video walkthroughs. He's going to do possibly like some drone work, and he's going to do all the photography for all the listings. He does a beautiful, beautiful job. So.
Wow. I told you, I said, I'm the kind of person who, I like to drive around town right around dusk when the sun is going down and people start turning their lights on inside, because I like to look inside people's homes. I just like to see the layout, and I drive by a house, I love that house, I wonder what it looks like inside. So when they go for sale, on Wednesdays when the paper comes out with the real estate listings, I love it, and I go through and see if there's any houses I've admired, and then I go and see if there's a virtual tour so I can see what's inside.
Yeah. Everybody loves real estate. Everybody's interested in...
How do you not want to buy a new house every time you go out and one goes on the market? Is that hard for you?
It has been hard for me. I've moved a number of times in the last number of years, but now I'm in my dream house.
You are?
Yeah, not moving from there.
So what now? If people we're talking about Sault Ste. Marie's trying to bring more people up here, right? We're trying to get people to move up here, to work up here, to live up here. Does that affect the market migration to Sault Ste. Marie? Are you seeing any trending going on with us reaching out to other areas of the province and the country to get people to move here?
Absolutely. So we do a lot of advertising down south for our waterfront properties.
Yeah.
Because that's huge.
Huge.
But there have been a number of articles recently about Sault Ste. Marie in some of the major publications, and they talked a lot about investment properties, investing in Sault Ste. Marie, just how you can get so much more here.
And a lot of that is Future Sault Ste. Marie, the Economic Development Corporation. They're putting a push out there.
Yeah, and of course the Christian has done such a wonderful job as the mayor. Yeah. So anyhow, that basically has prompted some of our agents to set up investment sites and Facebook pages and that kind of thing to attract investors, and some of them have been getting a crazy amount of people coming, not even coming into town. Some of them are buying sight unseen investment properties and just really rising the prices here.
No kidding.
So it's been really positive.
Do you do any I know that there are some companies in town that really almost exclusively do business. How would you call that, industrial or business? Do you deal with businesses as well, like buildings that are not residential?
We do commercial, yeah.
You do commercial?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because I never look at commercial properties. I'm too busy looking in people's windows.
There's not, I mean, commercial is very specialized, so you really have to know what you're doing, but we definitely have some great agents on board that specialize in commercial.
What do you think people should look for when they're trying to find an agent? What would your advice be to somebody who's searching for an agent?
It has to be somebody that you connect with, because you develop a relationship with them. You have to trust them. And then we do like a full listing presentation, so I recommend that you interview a couple of agents to see if you connect with them and if you're happy with the services that they provide, because everybody sort of tweaks their business a different way. We're all independent contractors, so we don't necessarily all offer the same services. So it's important that you are comfortable, that you trust the agent, and that you are happy with what they're saying that they're going to provide to you.
That's our time. I want to thank you for coming in. It was really nice meeting you.
It's so nice to meet you too.
Now I have a personality that goes with the smiley face on the sign in the front yards.
Aw, thank
Kristen
you.
Trembinski, Exit Real Estate. If you have any real estate questions, as Kristen said, just reach out to them, talk to different agents, shop around. It's important. It's a big deal.
It's a big decision.
It's a big decision.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Hey, when we come back, Luann's going to join me later on the show. Randy Schuran from Scotiabank is going to talk mortgages. See, it's all about financial wellness on Wellness Wednesday. Okay, we'll be back with Luann right after this. Stay tuned.
Hey Mel, did you know in Queensgate, Australia, it's illegal to own a pet rabbit unless you can prove you're a magician?
Really? Did you know that if you're at the McMeekin Arena, you're only 9 minutes and 54 seconds away from Maitland Fort Lincoln?
It's closer than you think.
Recently, The Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
I had the library. I went to the library in Science North with the library. Really cool stuff. So we're talking just now about Science North, and Audrey says, have you ever been to Science North and held the giant snails in your hand? I'm like, no. She said, they're giant and they suck on your hand. I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. I saw on Twitter a thing. We were talking about Jesus being resurrected. There's a thing called a zombie snail. So the zombie snail has no shell, and it's got these parts of it where it makes it go like, there it is. Look. See the little moving things?
It looks like a maggot.
It's like looks like 3 caterpillars, right?
Oh, it does.
Doesn't it? You know why it does that?
Why?
Because the zombie snail wants a bird to eat it and kill it. See, no, the zombie snail gets eaten by a bird,
Right.
it dies inside the bird, it releases eggs, and it's reborn in fecal matter.
Ow!
That's why it's called a zombie snail, because it reproduces after it's dead inside a bird, and it tricks the bird.
Poop!
Oh, I know!
Snails out of poop! Ow!
Could it be more disgusting?
Who invented that?
Snails are already disgusting. Why they gotta be zombie snails?
Oh,
just take it to the next level of disgustingness.
Grossness.
And like things pulsing under its skin to trick the...
And then the poop, it goes away, and then there's like all kinds of little...
snails.
That's
Don't like the
gross.
zombie snails.
Do you know Julianne Hough?
She's not a zombie snail.
She's not a zombie snail.
Is she bisexual now?
Well, you know, I think she's gorgeous.
Yes, she is.
She's beautiful.
For those of you who don't know, so you think you can dance. Is that what it is?
Yes. And she's...
Or Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
She and her
now
brother.
she's on, yes, Dancing with the Stars.
Now she's on another dance
on
show.
America's Got Talent now.
No.
As a judge, yes.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
She used to be on another dance show. Anyway.
Yes, she was on another dance show.
Anyway, what about
I've
Julianne
watched her
Hough?
for a long time. She's the cutest, most sincere,
She can sing.
lovely dancer, singer.
Actress.
And her brother's the same. Derek is the exact
Derek.
same. He's an Emmy Award-winning choreographer.
Mm-hmm.
I love dancing.
They're good-looking
So
family.
Julianne was on the cover of Women's Health.
Okay.
And right after the magazine was released, she went to a family reunion.
Mm-hmm.
And she's nude in this cover.
Oh.
And I want to tell you something.
What?
If I looked like her nude, I would never wear clothes again.
I would shop naked in the frozen
Seriously?
food aisle.
Oh my word. She's kind of jumping up in the air.
Oh.
Because she's a dancer. And it's a side
everything
view
stay
of her. Yeah.
See?
And then, so she's so tiny, right? She's sort of like just above a pool of water.
Oh.
And so the water is kind of coming up
Splashing
and
up.
yes, gorgeous. And her little behind, and like she looks so classy, so well done, gorgeous. In the article, she says, I'm an open book. I am not straight.
No. Yeah, she says
She's
that.
married now to a man, and she says, I'm not straight. And she said that's why she loves her husband so much, because they talk about that all the time.
He gets it.
And how you can fall in love with a person regardless of what their sexuality is. And she's very, very open about it. And she says, I'm an open book. Ask me anything about it. I will answer and tell you what I want you to know. But you can ask me anything at all. And she said, with the family reunion, by the way,
Yes.
everyone was lovely. They were supportive. She said she didn't get one negative comment. And you know what? Women's Health, male or female, go check out that cover. She is stunning.
And when she
Stunning.
jumps, everything goes with her. It doesn't stay down. Like,
Right.
you know, I've seen you jump, and it takes 5 minutes for the rest of you to catch up.
Well, the trampoline, and then it hits in the face, and it's nasty. Yeah, and I need a trampoline, but and then you step on them, and it's hurting, and it's just I don't jump anymore.
I tease her. None of this is true. I love her, and I tease her, and body shaming is a terrible thing, and I'm not doing that.
Stop.
We're just having fun.
No, not at all.
We're just having fun.
No, he's
folks.
too conscientious for that. He would never do
would
that.
never hurt,
Absolutely not. We have news coming up.
Do we?
We do.
Will you do it? Will you deliver it? Will you?
Are you going to do it?
No. One time you were away and I tried, and my family said, don't ever try to do the news again. That's wait for Luann.
Well, I'll do it then.
Thank you.
That's coming up right after this.
Okay.
So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
At 4:45, discover all kinds of treasures and never pay more than $5. Inventory is restocked every Saturday, and you can find anything from electronics to household items, toys, and much, much more. On Saturday, everything is $5, and the price goes down throughout the week, ending with 25 cents on Friday. We restock weekly with new items from various big box stores, so you never know what treasures you can find. Come visit us at 4:45, 2510 Ashman Street in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
East Algoma OPP found human remains in a wooded area within the city limits of Elliott Lake. OPP and the chief coroner are engaged in this investigation. The investigation is ongoing and the area is expected to be cordoned off for the next few days while the OPP complete a detailed analysis of that area. Algoma Public Health has issued a swimming advisory for Women's Institute Park in Richards Landing. Water samples are taken every week and test results of samples taken on Monday contained high levels of bacteria. It's unsafe to swim at beaches with increased levels of bacteria. When sample results return to safe levels, the advisory, of course, will be removed. Weather may affect water quality. Water may contain high levels of bacteria for up to 48 hours following heavy rainfall, high winds, or an increased number of birds. Swimming advisories do not close the beach or stop people from swimming. They let swimmers know about the water conditions the day the sample was taken. Swimming in water with high levels of bacteria can cause skin, eye, nose, and throat infections, as well as stomach illness if water is swallowed. Yesterday, the federal government announced a $32.4 million financial commitment over 3 years to Habitat for Humanity Canada and its affiliate organizations across Canada. With this commitment, approximately 405 new homes will be created and approximately 105 units will be repaired and renewed, supporting lower-income families in communities in every province and territory across Canada. These homes will meet accessibility and energy efficiency targets. Habitat for Humanity's Sault Ste. Marie and area is encouraged by the federal government's investment. Access to funds like CMHC's co-investment fund, as well as community and stakeholder support, is vital to the success of the Habitat Affordable Home Ownership Program. More than 15 businesses and organizations across Sault Ste. Marie have contributed to the current build on McAllen. The local affiliate has completed 9 builds and is preparing to complete its 10th by the end of August. Board Chair David Thompson said Habitat Sault Ste. Marie is looking forward to growing its build program and is grateful for the opportunity to apply for funding through the co-investment fund. In the first year of this NHCF commitment, funding is intended to be allocated across 9 provinces and 1 territory in support of the creation of 135 new homes and the repair of about 56 existing homes. Kansas City police say officers shot and killed a man who fired at them. Witnesses say the man had gone into a hotel, claimed he killed his wife, made threats, and said he was armed and dangerous.
This is very uncommon for KCKPD. Our officers happen to be in the right place at the right time to engage this subject. It's an unfortunate incident. We wish it would have ended a lot better.
We're sitting here and he just took off and we both looked at each other and said, wow.
It's pretty crazy if our team would have came out early and the guy was actually, going to kill people.
A new report says cleaning up some of the Great Lakes region's most heavily polluted areas has led to billions of dollars worth of economic development and brought communities closer together. The study released yesterday was conducted by the International Association for Great Lakes Research in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It reviews efforts to restore harbors, river mouths, and other spots that were contaminated with toxic waste during the industrial boom era. The U.S. and Canada identified 43 such areas of concern in the 1980s. Work remains to be done on most of them, but the report highlights 10 places where cleanups have spurred development.
At 4:45, discover all kinds of treasures and never pay more than $5. Inventory is restocked every Saturday, and you can find anything from electronics to household items, toys, and much, much more. On Saturday, everything is $5 and the price goes down throughout the week, ending with 25 cents on Friday. We restock weekly with new items from various big box stores, so you never know what treasures you can find. Come visit us at 4:45, 2510 Ashman Street in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Sunday, East Algoma OPP found human remains in a wooded area within the city limits of Elliott Lake. OPP and the chief coroner are engaged in this investigation. The investigation is ongoing and the area is expected to be cordoned off for the next few days while the OPP complete a detailed analysis of that area. Algoma Public Health has issued a swimming advisory for Women's Institute Park in Richards Landing. Water samples are taken every week and test results of samples taken on Monday contained high levels of bacteria. It's unsafe to swim at beaches with increased levels of bacteria. When sample results return to safe levels, the advisory, of course, will be removed. Weather may affect water quality. Water may contain high levels of bacteria for up to 48 hours following heavy rainfall rainfall, high winds, or an increased number of birds. Swimming advisories do not close the beach or stop people from swimming. They let swimmers know about the water conditions the day the sample was taken. Swimming in water with high levels of bacteria can cause skin, eye, nose, and throat infections, as well as stomach illness if water is swallowed. Yesterday, the federal government announced a $32.4 million financial commitment over 3 years to Habitat for Humanity Canada and its affiliate organizations across Canada. With this commitment, approximately 405 new homes will be created and approximately 105 units will be repaired and renewed, supporting lower-income families in communities in every province and territory across Canada. These homes will meet accessibility and energy efficiency targets. Habitat for Humanity's Sault Ste. Marie and area is encouraged by the federal government's investment. Access to funds like CMHC's co-investment fund, as well as community and stakeholder support, is vital to the success of the Habitat Affordable Home Ownership Program. More than 15 businesses and organizations across Sault Ste. Marie have contributed to the current build on McAllen. The local affiliate has completed 9 builds and is preparing to complete its 10th by the end of August. Board Chair David Thompson said Habitat Sault Ste. Marie is looking forward to growing its build program and is grateful for the opportunity to apply for funding through the co-investment fund. In the first year of this NHCF commitment, funding is intended to be allocated across 9 provinces and 1 territory in support of the creation of 135 new homes and the repair of about 56 existing homes. Kansas City police say officers shot and killed a man who fired at them. Witnesses say the man had gone into a hotel, claimed he killed his wife, made threats, and said he was armed and dangerous.
This is very uncommon for KCKPD. Our officers happen to be in the right place at the right time to engage this subject. It's an unfortunate incident. We wish it would have ended a lot better.
We're sitting here and he just took off and we both looked at each other and said, wow.
It's pretty crazy if our team would have came out early and the guy was actually, going to kill people.
A new report says cleaning up some of the Great Lakes region's most heavily polluted areas has led to billions of dollars worth of economic development and brought communities closer together. The study released yesterday was conducted by the International Association for Great Lakes Research in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It reviews efforts to restore harbors, river mouths, and other spots that were contaminated with toxic waste during the industrial boom era. The U.S. and Canada identified 43 such areas of concern in the 1980s. Work remains to be done on most of them, but the report highlights 10 places where cleanups have spurred development.
Got something going. I think it's terrific. No hot pets. That's what it's called. You know what it's for? It's for dummies that leave their pets in the car. If you see this and you're walking by and you see a pet in a hot car roasting away, the windows up, you call the police or call the SPCA and they'll have somebody there quick. Don't let our pets die in the car. Get involved.
now, Randy Schuran from Scotiabank. Hi, Randy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. You're finally on the show.
Finally. I'm blaming you.
But no, we're making this whole show. Thank you. And Randy was actually the one who brought Kristen in for me to interview to make the whole segment about mortgages and banking. And tell me a little bit about what's going on with mortgages these days. What are our rates like? Is it a good time to be buying? What's going on?
Mortgages, it's the best time to buy right now. The rates have dropped again. Economists said last year the rates were going to go up. They've actually gone down a number of times.
How did we trick the economists?
I don't know how they did it, but
good for us.
It's good for us.
What do I need if I'm coming in to see you and I want to say, Randy, I want to take a mortgage out? What do I need to bring you to show you that I can buy a house?
Tim, I've been doing this for 30 plus years.
Have you? Gosh,
and
you
I
look good.
still bring a cheat sheet with me that I give to the clients, and I say, here's what I need to proceed with the mortgage.
Okay.
Usually it's a pay stub to prove that you have income.
Yeah.
Then what really solves it quickly is a letter from your employer.
Oh.
That way it confirms you're employing. Instead of bringing your income tax, your NOAs, your T4s, bring a pay stub with a letter from your employer saying, yes, he's passed his probation, he is working here.
Okay.
Then we'll need to get a list of your assets just to see what your net worth is.
So if I have a car or if I have
a snow machine, a boat, a trailer, so that we can line it up on the asset side.
Okay.
And then when we pull your credit bureau, we can see what your liabilities are.
Okay.
So we can see, how much assets you have, what your total net worth is worth.
Mm-hmm.
Then we proceed after we get that. If you have a house right now, then we need, is it being sold? Is there an offer to purchase in play or not? But for a first-time home buyer, I need 90 days history of the down payment. It has to be 5%.
90 days history of the down payment.
So the down payment you have in your bank account?
Yes.
I want to see where it's been for the last 90 days.
Oh!
So that you didn't borrow it, because you cannot borrow it.
So that money can't just go boom, something in your account, you go, I don't know how it got there, it just shut up, and that's my...
Exactly.
Not cool.
No, not cool.
Okay.
Because the government and the banks want to know, did you save this money?
Right.
Or did you borrow it?
Hey, when I bought my house, I was telling you, mine was from an RRSP. I used money from an RRSP and a tax refund, but I had money in my RRSP. Now that's a really cool deal, right? I can take that money, use it, and then I've got a number of years to replace it tax-free?
Yes.
Is it 15 years, or does it depend?
It depends. But that's a great product because you can actually use it and get the tax break up front.
Yeah.
When you put it in there.
Because you can't take out money from your RRSP without penalty to use the money for something else. But you can use it to buy a house, no penalty.
Yes.
As long as you pay it back. And that's not hard to do. I had no problem paying it back over that 15 years, for heaven's sakes,
10 years ago, we saw a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't see as much of it now.
Well,
the younger generation doesn't have those type of assets.
They don't have the...
They'll have it in savings, or what I'm seeing more and more of is gifting.
Okay.
Whereas the parents say, we're going to help them buy their first house.
Okay.
We're going to give them. They can't lend it. There's got to be a disclosure that it's not repayable. That we're going to give you $10,000 towards the down payment purchase of the house.
Okay. But you said there's a new thing now, the National Housing Strategy.
That is very cool, very exciting.
It's another bonus for home buyers.
It is. It comes to hopefully it'll come into effect. It's right now on the table with the Liberal government.
Okay.
They will give you 5%, basically lend you 5% of your purchase price. There are criteria, so you can only make $120,000 combined income a year.
Okay, so this is, that's a good thing though. This is for people who are middle class or lower to middle. I mean,
exactly.
I guess, right? Under $120,000 a year would be middle class.
What I like about it is this housing strategy, national housing strategy, was geared to what I feel Northern Ontario.
Okay.
Because it's for the smaller, type mortgages. The average mortgage in Sault Ste. Marie I've seen lately is like $220,000.
Okay.
So the government will give you $10,000.
So 5% of the
purchase price. The government will say, here you go. Here's $10,000 towards the balance.
Okay.
But you have to repay it back.
How many years?
25 years. Or when you sell your house.
Either 25 years you pay, so you're not going to get rid of your house and you're going to keep it. After 25 years, you got to pay that money back.
Then you pay the money back.
And if you sell the house in the meantime, it gets paid back out of the sale.
Out of the sale of the house. But the good thing with this strategy is that $10,000, you're not making a payment on it because it's off the balance. So your balance is less.
You're reducing your mortgage payments.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
I think that is going to help
Going to
stimulate
really get the market going.
the market. And it's really not for something like Toronto where it's, a $900,000 home or $1 million home. They won't qualify because their income's too high.
Income's too high. You got to be under $120,000 a year, which is a lot. I would tell you the majority of households. Yeah. Wouldn't you think so?
I think so. So I'm really excited about it. They're saying they're going to start pushing the applications through November 1st.
Okay, because that's when it would start?
Yeah, right after the election.
Right after the election. So hope whatever government gets in keeps this national housing strategy. I mean, it's a great idea.
It is. It's going to help the young couple. They also dropped the benchmark rate. I don't know if you know about that.
No, I don't.
The rates right now, let's say it's 2.79. I'm just throwing a number out there.
Okay.
But you have to qualify under 5.19.
I don't know what you just said.
They call it a qualifying rate. So what they do is they take your mortgage and they say, I know Randy gave you 2 point something on your 5-year fixed.
Yes.
But we're going to plug in a number of 5.19%.
Yeah.
That's what you have to qualify for.
So they give you a different rate to qualify.
Yeah. Because what I personally believe is their strategy is if the rates go up, can Tim Murphy afford this house?
Can I still afford my house if the rates go up?
So they're saying 5%, 5.1914, whatever.
Yeah.
If they go up to 5%, Tim can still afford this house. So
and then chances are that's not going to happen. That's a big jump.
That's a big jump.
So they're really just making sure it's a safety net. Hey, what do I need to get pre-approved? Pre-approval is important.
Pre-approval is the most important. And I'll tell you why. Because you don't want to be house rich, cash poor.
House rich, cash poor. No, you don't want to have all house, no money.
That's right. So what we do is we'll put an application together for you, and it's almost like a mortgage approval. I want to see your pay stubs. I'm going to pull a credit bureau. I'm going to do a financial snapshot of your credit health.
Okay.
That's why they call me the mortgage doctor. And
what did you say? A checkup from the neck up?
Checkup from the neck up. So what we'll do then is we'll say, okay, Tim, here's what your mortgage would be for $300,000.
Okay.
Here's what you need for a down payment. Here's what you need for closing costs.
Yes.
What do you feel about that? Well, I was looking at the $500,000 range. Well, that won't fit in with the numbers.
Not going to work with what you
So when you meet with the realtors, you can say, here's my pre-approval.
Right.
I'm good for up to $350,000. Here's the type of home I want. 3-bedroom, double garage, so forth. She matches your pre-approval with the house. Now she's really zeroed in on the proper house to show you, not showing you houses that are way over your budget.
And what Kristen said earlier in the show was, we're getting to the part where the market is now, people are competing. I mean, there are getting multiple offers on a home. If you're pre-approved, that's going to get you through that sale, right? I mean, if you've
speed it up tremendously.
Speed it up, yeah.
Because then all we need is to plug in the mortgage details,
right?
The legal description, and send it off, and it gets approved.
It can be scary for some people. The whole money going in, sitting in a bank manager's office and stuff. I mean, how do you?
I've been doing it for over 30 years, and people still tell me, you know what? I was really nervous coming in.
Yeah.
Why? Well, it's a bank.
Yeah.
Don't be nervous.
Don't.
Just follow the instructions and bring them in complete. Don't come in and, I didn't get my pay stub yet, but here's everything else. Bring in everything that I give you on the list, and your approval will be done very, very quickly.
And look, you know what? He's not a scary man.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So.
Okay, listen, our time is up. I want to thank
Randy. You're very welcome.
Thanks for setting up this Wellness Wednesday. Financial wellness, mortgages, housing. It's fabulous.
I love it.
So
Thank
cool.
you for having me on your show.
A pleasure. You might be a co-host one day. You keep this up, mister. We'll be back to say goodbye. See? You can do better than that.
Yeah.
Tell them we'll be back to say goodbye to Luann.
We're going to come back and say goodbye to Luann shortly.
Okay. Right after this.
At Maitland Ford Lincoln, we see our trucks everywhere. We see them on Queen Street, Lake Street, North Street, Bay Street, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, Pine Street, Great Northern People's Road, Wellington, Cora Road, Bruce Street, Carmen's Way, Northern Ave, Trunk Road. Folks come from all over Algoma District and beyond to buy their truck at Maitland Ford Lincoln. Amazing prices, outstanding service. King Street, Shannon Road, Goulet Bay, Black Road, Government Road, and even on Pine Shores. Yep, our trucks are everywhere. Get yours at Maitland Ford Lincoln, built for Northern life, on Great Northern Road, just north of the hospital.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatzoo.ca.
Give me a K.
Give me a C.
Give me security.
Give me a sir. I'm like, what, sir? Sir?
Okay, I don't do as well as Aubrey did. Audrey.
Yes.
Although when she just kicked her leg up again.
And she didn't pull her groin this time.
And she didn't blow her bra out either.
Yeah, apparently. Unhooked the bra. Just,
that was quite a cheer. KC Security.
Things are flying everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's unbelievable. Only on the morning show.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
See you tomorrow. Bump Slide Thursday.
Woohoo.